Hi, today we are going to look at some of the charts that you can use for mini project.
The first chart that we are going to look at is pie chart. In a pie chart, usually we have title, legend, segment or sector, and data label. It is important for you to have good title for your chart to tell what is your subject to the audience. In this pie chart, the title is pet ownership. Next, in the pie chart, we have legend. A legend tells what each slice represents. It helps the reader or the viewer understand what they are looking at. The most important part of your chart is the information or data it contains. Pie chart represents data as part of 100% of information. Each slice represents a different piece of data. So the slice here we call as segment or sector. In addition to that, you need to add data labels to your pie chart to make it easier for others to know what is the percentage for each slice. Another commonly used chart or graph is bar graph. It usually consists of title, the scale at the y-axis, the category bars at the x-axis, and data labels. For the title of the graph, use keywords to let the audience know what is it all about. At the y-axis, there is an axis title. In this graph, it is percentage of graduates, which tells us that the numbers on the scale represent the percentage of data. At the x-axis, there are different bars with different colors, and the different bars have different categories like lack of communication skills, choosing graduates, and so on. When you create your graph later, it is useful for you to put the data labels too, because they will help you as a presenter and the audience to quickly understand the data being presented. In a line graph, usually we have title, the scale at the y-axis, the time interval at the x-axis, the points, the lines, and the legend. Title, like in bar graph and pie chart, it must be in the form of keywords. The y-axis, you need to have skills to let the reader understand or the viewer understand what are the numbers you are talking about. Line graph usually has time interval, which means that it shows the time that we are going to compare with each other. The points are used to correlate with the time interval. The time interval in this graph is divided into different months, for example, January, February, March, and so on. In a line graph, of course, you must have line. Sometimes you have different lines, more than one line. The lines are used to connect the points. In this line graph, we have different lines for different categories. We have weight, happiness, and stress. The weight in yellow, happiness in blue, and stress in red. And the indicator at the bottom we call as legend.